Looking on the board, the same board, I want to teach you how to create inversions. Now, in music, when they say inversion, they are trying to say that you've moved something from one position to an alternate position. Are you getting it? Remember, in music, we have what we call octave. Now, from here to this, from this C to another C is an octave note. Are you getting it? And that is to say that whatever you see here is the same here, but with a higher pitch. So when you hear this Do, it is the same Do, but it's on a higher pitch, and I have a lower one. So now, if this Do, I play it here, instead of here, I bring it here, I've inverted that Do to a lower Do. I don't know if you understand what I just said. So it means I'm going to clean this. Sorry. If I'm to clean, sorry, because I played it as a triad, it's still having that link. I don't want it to be linked so that I can show you what I want to show you. I can clean just this, and then I still have my C. You see how it sounds now? It sounds a bit, what do we call it? Mild. Listen to this and this. This is heavier because of the inversion I did. I did an inversion of the Do, a lower Do, a higher Do to a lower Do. Now, you can do the same thing to the Mi. I can bring this Mi down here, which is also another inversion. Did you hear that? So it gives me the Mi in a lower note. I can also invert my So by bringing my So down. You see how it sounds now? It's different. Do, do. But it's the same note, just that I did inversion, and that was why it happened that way. Now, enough with those jargons. I don't want to confuse you more. Let me just bring everything back to default. And now I'm going to show you a simple way to... Wow, this is going to give us problem. Okay, let me see if I can unlink them. Let me do this. Let me just correct this. Since I know where they are, I'm going to use the ones I played myself. I'm not using the preset. I'm using that. Now I'm going to clean this one too, because I want them singled out so that I can use it to teach you what I want to teach you. So I'm taking this out. I'm doing a copy, shift, and then you drag. Now I want to play another one here again. Then I clean this, copy this out. This is to your benefit, right? You are getting to learn how to... I'm picking all that out. I don't need those ones. So I'll just use this one to do the last one, which is 3 space in between. If you are following me from the beginning, you still understand what I mean. Now, it's just what we had before we started. Just that I want them to be separated so I can single out any of them. I can just delete this alone without worries. Initially, when I want to delete, it is not giving me the permission. Do you understand? That's why I separated them. So now I'm going to take you through. I want to show you a simple way to invert your chords. Now, this is one way you can invert your chord. Let's assume I want to do a first inversion. First inversion means that if this is my Do, Mi, So, I am going to move my Do, my first Do, which is the lower Do here. Do, Mi, So. I'm going to move my first Do upwards. And the simple way to do that is to just press. Oh shit. Press Ctrl and then arrow up. After selecting, press Ctrl and arrow up. It's going to move it automatically from the lower C to a higher C. And when you press that Ctrl and arrow down, it brings it back to the normal position. And if you want it to go downwards, you do the same thing, Ctrl and arrow down, it goes downwards. Do you understand? So I want to invert my first note. That's my do. So I'm doing control arrow up. I've done inversion for my first note, and I'm going to do the same thing here also. Control arrow up. Control. I just want to do that. Let's listen to that, and then we'll do something different here. Control arrow up. Now listen to that. See how it sounds. It's even more piercing, right? The reason why it is more piercing is because we moved upwards. But that is what we call first inversion. Moving your first note to the very first note at the top. Or will I say the last note at the top? That is first inversion. Now, if you want to move to another inversion, I'm holding control, clicking and dragging to select. But for you to be able to select both, you add shift to it, control shift, and then you select. Now look at this, control arrow up. I've done the same thing again, but with all selected. Are you getting it? Now that I've done this, I feel like it's still piercing. So I can just Control A to select all, press Control arrow down to bring all the octave downwards. Now look at it. But I still feel it's piercing. So what I'm going to do now is as simple as this. Just select all this, Control arrow up. That's the magic. If you think it's still piercing or too low, you can still select all this, Control arrow up. The technique is just Control arrow up after selecting. So you see, I've gotten another inversion included. This is playing the root position, that is do, mi, so. But this is playing a second inversion, which I didn't explain. Now let me take this guy back. This is the first inversion I told you about. This sortire is root position. Now when I click on this and Control arrow up, first inversion. But when I select this again and then Control arrow up, I've played what? Second inversion. So this is how it's going to sound. This root position, second inversion, and this what? First inversion. So I have a blend of root position, second inversion, and first inversion. So let me do another inversion here. Control arrow up. Listen. I've created something interesting. So you can use a lot of this Control arrow up stuff to create different feel in the same chord, the same primary chord you just played. Are you getting it? If you want to know more about this, watch my master class. I have a master class, like I said earlier. It's about 1 hour or more. But I want to bring all the inversions closer. Let me see if I can bring, oh shit. I want to bring everything closer to, so it means it's going to be a blend of root position, second inversion, or is this first inversion? Like that. Let me invert this one to downwards. Select and then go down. Let me make this one to go up. Let's invert this one to downwards. Let's bring this one down again. Let me see what we would achieve. You see? So you can create a lot of interesting feel with just your inversions. That is what we do most times on the keyboard. We play inversions to create some kind of feel. Normally when you play just the root position, it sounds a bit more like an amateur, right? So when you invert your notes, instead of playing the upper note, you can bring a lower note just to synchronize the chord progression. You understand? So that is that about this.
Are you interested in learning some multimedia software for video editing, web designing, sound production, animation, illustration, designing, and playing of the piano? It's for free. Just subscribe to Fresh Dream TV on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook. Follow all live class that goes on in the platform. With your PC and attention, in no time you would be a professional in the field. Monday to Friday, 6 to 7 p.m. Not to worry, all videos shall be on the page, so if you miss a class, just go through the page. If you want one-on-one class, you can book for a free. Just contact these numbers: 0543 524 173 or 0541 103 651. Thank you.